Gremlin Rules don't make sense. Now, some of you might be familiar with the cute and cuddly Gizmo from the Gremlins franchise, who also bears a striking resemblance to the Furby craze of the late 90s. I don't know how they got away with that. Thing is, though, Gizmo's a Mogwai. And if you wanted a Mogwai back then, you're going to have a lot of problems on your hands.
Don't care how I want it now.
And it's not that it was expensive.
I'll give you $200. That's $200.
Wow, you must be rich.
The thing is, this kid right here knows exactly why you shouldn't sell this Mogwai to anybody, but he's still excited about this $200.
With Mogwai comes much responsibility.
If you can give me guidance, I'm sure I can handle it.
I cannot sell him at any price.
Now, the thrift store master's actually right here, because there's a couple of rules you gotta follow with the Mogwai, or you're gonna end up messing the whole world up. No big deal.
Destroy the entire universe!
Well, maybe not that bad, but anyway, here comes some of the dumbest plot device rules in all movie history. Before we break this down, I'll make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We're about to have a good time.
Look, mister, there's 3 rules you've got to follow.
Yeah, what kind of rules?
Keep him out of the light.
Sunlight will kill it.
Keep him away from water. Don't get him wet.
Don't give him any water to drink. And whatever you do, don't give him a bath.
But the most important rule,
Probably the most important thing.
the rule you can never forget, no matter how much he cries, no matter how much he begs,
Please just tell me you ain't gonna do anything stupid.
never, never.
Don't ever feed him after midnight.
What?
Now let's start with the obvious, shall we? Technically, every moment of your life, it's after midnight somehow. What's even crazier than that is it's technically always midnight somewhere. The gremlin is on an airplane and it passes through a time zone. Does it eat before or after it passes the time zone? But check this out. If the gremlin is in space, will he ever be able to eat again at all? I need answers in the comments section. Now let's talk about the wet parts.
Didn't know you like to get wet, though.
Now, it's definitely highlighted in this movie when the Mogwai species comes in contact with water, they multiply.
Oh, halfway.
What kind of a living creature can't have any contact with water, liquid, or any form of moisture? The idea of this means never water. You just dry and funky. Guarantee you a Mogwai smells like ass. That takes away from the cuteness factor. Then there's the multiplication factor of your dry, smelly ass. Because in this scene right here, we see that 1 drop of water was enough to make a smelly little brother. Now this part right here makes no sense at all. Because if the 1 drop was enough to make them multiply, then when is this gonna stop? Is it gonna keep going until it empties the pool? If you're already wet, are you gonna keep multiplying until you're dry? This scene right here should have ended the entire multiverse. They definitely would have needed an infinity stone to stop them from multiplying. If a Mogwai drinks hot water with lemon and honey after midnight, does that start the Mogwai and Gremlin phase? And while we're on the subject, the majority of this movie takes place in a snowy Christmas time. And isn't snow wet?
Everything is wet in here.
None of this makes sense. So now we gotta talk about this allergic to bright light thing.
Oh, halfway.
It seems to be both wattage based and sun rays. The only reason you're able to see anything anyway is because light bounces off your retina to the cones and rods inside of your eyeball that sends signals to your brain. So the question then becomes, if gremlins and mogwais were blind, would they still be sensitive to light?
No, that's not it.
Seems like more of a skin irritation than anything else. I mean, they really could have fixed all this by making gremlins closely related to vampires. Vampires can walk in a room with the light on, but they can't go in the daylight. They could have switched their eating at nighttime thing to just eating in the day. And I don't know what you're gonna do with the water thing. Just do something that's a little bit more practical than all water, because that's just ridiculous. But one more thing and I'm gonna let you go. We gotta put some respect on the mama right here. She took down 3 gremlins by herself using only domesticated household equipment. I'm talking about a blender, insecticide, a microwave, and 2 kitchen knives. At one point, she makes an improvised battle shield out of a folding dinner tray. She is a god amongst stay-at-home moms everywhere, and that's super.